If you're black, if you're a woman, if you're abroad, and if you are trying to get your hair braided, this video is for you, so keep watching. Hi honey buns, I'm the Courtney Williams. Welcome back to my channel if you are new here. And I know you guys see I have my hair done. I got my hair braided like I want to say 2 days ago, and I'm really excited about it because I was very nervous about the girl who was braiding my hair, but it worked out. So I wanted to use this as an opportunity to share with you guys, people who are already abroad, new to being abroad, and the whole black hair care, black hair journey while you're abroad. I want to share some tips, especially if you're trying to get your hair braided, because I feel like most women of color, like the first go-to style when you don't really know what to do to your hair, or you have like, you know, like if you're in an environment that is limited on stylists and black hair products and just all things that you are normally used to, it's like most of the time you go back to the basics. And what are the basics? Braids. Hello, getting your hair braided. It's like the easiest style for like most black women because it puts your hair away, it protects your hair, as well as, you know, you just don't have to worry about it for a few months and you could be easy breezy, carefree, you know. So I'm going to share some tips with you guys today that you should think about or utilize when you are abroad and you're trying to get your hair braided. Just some things to know, things that you should, you know, do to make sure that you're actually going to get your hair braided in a way that you like without getting like, you know, messed over. So let's jump on in. Number one, stock up on hair. It's like the most important part of getting your hair braided. Like you can't get your hair braided unless, you know, you have hair braiding hair to actually braid it, unless your hair is like super long. I mean, the purpose of braids is like, you know, have a cute style as well as protect them. So whether you have not left the States yet, make sure you leave a little room in your suitcase for the hair and count, you know, be able to, you know, calculate what the additional weight is gonna be because you have this hair. I would recommend that you bring at least enough hair to last you for your first like 3 or 4 styles out of the country, or at least a few, you know, a few months, so you can have a little wiggle room until you find somebody. Or if you're already out of the country, whenever you're traveling around to other little places, like Asia is a really good place. I often find hair in Bangkok, in Malaysia, and I want to say, yeah, just Bangkok and Malaysia, I've been able to find hair. So whenever I'm traveling to those places, I just stock up on hair whenever I'm there, just in case, you know, you never know who you'll run across later. Number 2 is 3 ways to actually find the braider whenever you're out of the country. If you're new, you want to look for people who have like the braided hairstyles, you know, like the braided hairstyles. And whenever you see them, the magic question is going to be, who did your hair? And word, you know, word of mouth really can get you far. So don't be scared to speak. Just be like, your hair is so cute, who did it? You know, and go from there. Number 2 is you can do a quick Google search of braiding shops. Sometimes this will pull up one, but sometimes it won't, because, you know, sometimes a lot of people don't have a social media or internet presence yet. But if they don't, sometimes it'll lead you to another shop that you can ask and say, you know, well, if you guys don't do this style, do you know someone who, you know, you can refer me to? The third way for you to find a braider in your country, in whatever country you're in, is to search for African girls, because a lot of times they do the really nice hair braiding. And most of the time they're in most countries. It's just like you gotta find them, because it's like sometimes they be low, you know, like the girl who just braided my hair, I was kind of just every time I was talking to other like black chicks who were, in Vietnam, girl, how you doing your hair? You know what, who doing, you know what? And then I was kind of led to some African chicks, and I was like, ooh, who braid? Like, who does hair here? So the ways that you can find this is Google, like, you know, different African shops or different African events. You go there, even if you meet like an African guy, just ask them, oh, you know anybody who does hair? Like, you want to find, you know, the African chicks, because whether it's like a salon or what, most of the time they're the one braiding the hair. So find you someone, you know, find you someone in one of those ways. Number 3 is to ask for prices up front. A lot of times, you know, it's frustrating if you get to a shop and then you're trying to get it done, you're planning to get it done, and then the price is like way off from what you expected. Like, that's just a bad situation to be in. And then you don't want people to either try to overcharge you because they come to your house and they might see that you have a nice apartment and think, oh, and you a foreigner, you know what I mean? So if you're communicating with them, whether in person or like over the phone, over text, before you actually show up for your appointment to get your hair braided, you want to make sure you set aside time to actually discuss what the price is going to be. Because one, you know, price is negotiable, especially with braids. Like, just because someone says a price for braids, that doesn't mean, you know, that's definitely it. And definitely most times people are trying to get the most money. So it's a service, and you have to make sure that, you know, you're comfortable with what you're paying as well. Like, of course you want to take into account their time, you know, and their abilities, but you want to give yourself time to discuss what the price is so you both can be happy with what's going to be paid. Number four is to make sure that you have pictures and videos of the style that you want. Like, for me, I always have like at least 3 different pictures, because sometimes, like for instance, for this style, I knew I wanted the cornrows going back, so I had a picture of that. And then I love the way that they did like the skinny braid in the middle on another style, so I had the picture of that. And then I wanted them to be like super long, so I had a picture of how long I wanted them, and I broke it down specifically for her via picture. Like, this is what I want this style, but I want, you know, the skinny braid, and I want them to be long, you know. And I had pictures to show her. You want to be able to express clearly what style you want, so there's no confusion about, you know, what you're getting. And then you also want to have a video of how to do the style, if you can find a video, because when you're going to a shop, sometimes you might not need a video additionally if you're going to a shop, because a lot of times, you know, they're in the shop, they're a little bit more reputable and established. But when you're going to an individual person to get it done, like you're going to their house, or, you know, they're coming to your house, you want to have something to show them. So just in case it's not coming out exactly like you wanted it, you could say, look, this is how they're doing it, you know, like, you know. And yeah, that's how that, like, I even had that moment with the girl who just braided my hair. She actually came last week to do it for me, and she came, but she was having some trouble, and I was kind of on the fence about letting her come back. But then she did like 3 braids for me, and one of them kind of looked cute, so I was like, maybe if I direct her, it'll be, you know, she'll do it the way I want it, because I know how to braid. So I felt like I can, you know, tell her, you know, in a way that would do it, that would get it to where I want it. But I felt like those pictures and those videos really helped, because even between that time, I sent her videos. Okay, this is how, you know, like, this is the little tutorial girl, okay? And she came back this weekend, and then she was ready. She had prepared and got ready, and we was like, okay, let's get it. Last but not least, don't be scared to speak up if your hair is not coming out the way that you want it. And you want to make sure that before they finish your hair, like after they've braided a few braids, you want to ask them, oh, let me see. You know what I mean? Like, you want, if you're not sitting in front of a mirror where you can see what they're doing, you want to be able to tell them within the first couple of braids, let me see what you're doing to my hair, because I need to make sure that the style is coming out the way that I want it. And then if it's not, then you can tell them you know, look, here's my pictures. This is not exactly what I wanted. So can you do it or can you not? So we don't, you know what I mean? Like, you want to be able to express what you want, but you also want to be able to follow that up if it's not coming out the way you want it. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to waste your money on some braids that's just, you know, you just don't, that's just not cute. It's like, what's the point of me paying you to do my hair if you don't know how to do it? This is it for today's tips for getting your hair braided when you're out of the country, no matter what country you're in. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope that this is useful for you guys. And if you have any other questions, link them down below. Just drop them in the comment section. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, any other black chicks that you know are abroad, are about to go abroad, so they know what to expect and what they need to get prepared for as far as hair goes. As always, remember, people will stare, make it worth their while, and I will see you guys later.